So, ladies and gentlemen, fanboys and girls, nerds, geeks, and otaku, welcome back and welcome home.
Well, hello there, Apple Bites. This is your Apple Bite written Rit Ralph, and we are here on Apple Bites. Of course, today we have Roaming Tony and of course, Mara Sorcier helping me do our hosting over here. And as guests, we have Gunny Claus, the Incredible Cosplayer, and Momo.
Hello.
Hi.
All right, people. It is almost Christmas time, and I will say this now so I can make sure that I say it. As you guys know, we've been working on that special because people forget that Christmas has supernatural bits and pieces and creepiness and a lot of beautiful scary type stories. We are working on our own scary type stories and our own scary type stuff to show off on December 20th. So if you guys want to participate, just send it in to us and we'll show it off. Whether it's a prose, a drawing, a story, whatever you guys want to do, we will show it off on December 20th. And right now we got a couple of good pieces going on from a couple of people that you might recognize. Can't wait to show you all that on December 20th. So folks, this is Apple Bites, as you've heard. And we'll start the process off as usual by having you guys introduce yourselves. Gunny,
no pressure.
You start off by telling the people who you are and all the good stuff, and I'll put up some stuff behind you as you talk.
Okay, sounds good. So I'm Gunny Claus. Gunny is short for Gunnery Sergeant. I'm a retired Marine, and I live up in Albany. And I do Toys for Tots and other events for veterans in the area. And so if you look at the picture there, I have a scarlet blouse instead of the dress blue blouse, the jacket, and I have a red campaign cover. And for some reason, I don't know, people think I look like a Royal Canadian Mountie.
The hat. It's definitely the hat.
Well, the thing is that the Mountie's hat is actually brown.
That's
is it
true.
brown or black?
Yeah,
it's brown. But the thing is if you look at the old cartoons of Dudley Do-Right, since they only had certain colors, and it would cost more to color the hat brown and the jacket red, they just made it all red, and so that's where you get it from.
Once again, cartoons giving us misinformation. Like we all think that like rabbits eat carrots, and it's a whole thing.
Yep.
The moon is made out of cheese, though. That's real.
No, that is absolutely real. It's just we got to find out what kind.
Yeah, I thought the moon was hollow.
Hollow cheese.
It's hollow too.
Swiss cheese.
Hollow cheese.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It does have that Swiss cheese color.
And since everybody makes that commentation that I look like a Mountie, I felt like I should go down to Comic-Con and walk around and have a good time. And
he did.
Yep.
He definitely did. That's where I met him. He was showing off his colors and it was so interesting that I just had to have him on the show talking about all the stuff that he does. And we have a soft spot here for all the toys and Gunny Claus and Santa Claus and all the fun stuff.
If you stop scrolling, you go back and you see the video that I shared with you from my TikTok. It says, "If you know, you know."
This one here,
Nope. Up one,
up one,
left. That one, centered. Dead
this
center
one.
right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's got over 1.2 million views on it already.
Wow.
Wow.
And all it is me doing my collar. If you've ever worn dress blues, you know the collar is difficult to close, and half the time you think you've got it closed, it'll pop open at the most inappropriate times.
Oh no.
And the unfortunate thing for me now is because of the beard, when it pops open, it'll pull out a hair.
Oh,
Ooh.
Ouch.
Yeah.
you know that feeling.
Ouch. That,
Oh, I don't.
And so, I was getting dressed and it popped open twice, and I'm like, I'm going to take a stupid video of this thing not doing it, and then of course it worked perfectly, and that's the video, and it's 30 seconds of me doing that, and got 1.2 million views. It took my followers from 7,000 to over 16,000 now.
Woo.
Whoa.
That's a big jump.
Yeah, it is.
Oh man. So, Gunny, I know we talked about it like at the convention itself. You spend the majority of the year getting ready for Christmas, right? I think you only have like a month off, and that's in January, right?
Actually, I don't have January off this month.
Oh wow!
Yep.
No vacation for the restless.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Ain't no rest for the wicked.
So there's a podcast on YouTube called Vet TV.
Mm.
And one of the things that they do is called Irreverent Warriors, and it's Silky's hike. It's the nylon shorts that we wear when we do our physical training. And I've done several of the hikes, and there isn't one in my hometown here in Albany. And so I volunteered to start one. And in January, I have to go down to Texas to get trained on how to do it, so I can do one this next year.
Whoa! So you're just keeping yourself busy.
I'm tired just hearing that.
Exactly.
Well, then you don't want to know about you all have heard of the Tunnel to Towers event?
No.
Oh yeah,
I haven't.
So a fireman on 9/11 put on his fire gear, ran from the Holland Tunnel to the World Trade Center, and unfortunately passed away during the subsequent destruction.
Right.
And so there's a organization that commemorates that, and you climb a flight of stairs, and we do it locally in Albany, and it's 42 flights. And I did it this year in just about 12 minutes.
Wow.
42 flights in 12
That's
minutes.
rough.
Give me like 12 days.
Nice.
Rough.
Gonna have to take a lot of breaks.
Mm.
Dude, yeah, that's a lot of flights, and 12 minutes sounds, dude, that's respectable.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it helps me keep that uniform fitting, right? So
That's true.
Fair.
You
Gotta do
look
it
good in
somehow.
that uniform, sir.
Yeah. Get your steps in.
Definitely looks good. Oh man. And so I know you do the whole Toys for Tots with how does that go? How do you work through the year? How can people help you guys? Because I know that's the important thing.
Well, one of the things to think about right now is that Toys for Tots has also started a learning program.
Okay.
So not only do we do toys during the Christmas time, but we also have the fires in Hawaii, right?
Mm-hmm.
So everything's gone. Their house is gone. Their all their possessions are gone. All their clothes are gone. Everything's gone. And so Toys for Tots is able to go in, give the kids toys so they have something to play with, and then give them books so that they have something educational, something to also take care of their time and keep them occupied, so that they have something else to do. So that's a year-round mission, the education side. The Toys for Tots, you can help at any time. The campaign starts in October and ends, of course, in December. But you can go to toysfortots.org and you can donate there. And if you want to, you can sign up to be a volunteer. You can sign up to be a location where they can collect donations at. You can, of course, make a monetary donation. It has a complete list of how to do it, and it has a drop-down menu. So if you're not in New York, it'll, you're in another state, it'll show you what state, and it will show you what campaigns are and how to help there.
Yeah, because it's important, folks. Helping at all times of the years is really important, but especially during Christmas time, because a lot of people just don't have that much, and it's one of those times where people get even more depressed because of all these such things.
Yeah,
so, folks,
and one of the things I do is when I'm in a store, I'll always go to the clearance section and see if there's any toys there, and right at the craze of the fidget spinners.
I remember
I was in a store and they had a bin. It looked like 20, 30 of them sitting there. And it was in this clearance section. So I held it up and I looked at the price and I thought it said $25. Right.
Right.
And so I asked the worker there, I said, how much is this? And she said 25 cents.
Whoa.
Amazing.
And so I just grabbed the whole bin, brought it up to the front cashier and, bought, however many of it was. And that's the important thing is if you donate to Toys for Tots, you can donate, $1. You can go to the Five Below and pick out something. It doesn't have to be a bicycle. It doesn't have to be a train set. It doesn't have to be expensive, because, if a kid gets 2 or 3 toys, it's better, that are decent, nice toys, a stocking stuffer.
Yeah.
It's better than just having one bicycle or one skateboard or one big item.
Definitely. Sometimes the little toys are the ones that really mean something to people, especially when you don't have anything else.
Yeah.
Also, that's such a good idea to just randomly check clearance sections and see what's available. I never even thought about that, but now I'm gonna think about it.
Yeah, and I have a lot of things that are, of course, Christmas orientated. And so December 24th, everybody's rushing to get their last minute items. But then December 26th, everything goes on sale.
Yeah.
Yep. Love that time.
Yep. And so, I'll go to the stores then and I'll pick out, Christmas decorations. Last year I got 4 or 5 light up necklaces, Christmas necklaces. And I had a night event the other night, and I broke a couple of them out, pulled out the little tabs so the batteries would activate. And fortunately, they all worked.
That's pretty
Excellent.
good. See, folks, that's what you got to do. Right after Christmas, you go in, get yourself a bunch of stuff, and you donate it.
Yeah, stores got to clear out their inventory. Everything must go. You get a lot of good deals.
That's one of the things that I've been trying to get the Comic-Cons to do, and these events, is to let Toys for Tots in there, because it'll help us. Of course, it'll help the Marine Corps Reserve make our mission for collecting toys.
Yeah.
But the vendors that are there would also benefit, because somebody comes in and they're not thinking of Christmas, because say it's July and there's a sign there that says, donate to Toys for Tots. And so they make an impulse buy, $5 or less, and they put it in the bin. And so now the vendors made money. You've got Toys for Tots making its mission. Everybody's happy.
And that's what's important. I saw you roaming around the con itself, and you did garner a lot of attention as you were in your dress reds, and had your huge flag showing yourself off.
Yeah. That flag is the one I use in the Tartan Day Parade in New York City every March.
Dudes, you guys got to check it out. I think we do have an interview with Gunny on the Instagram, and you can actually see him holding his thing, his flag.
Yeah, you got to be careful there.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought about that. I was like, wait a minute.
It's is that allowed on Instagram?
We're gonna get demonetized. Don't know.
Oh, right away. Ralph didn't curse, but he said thing. Let's see. Andrew is saying hello, all. He goes, I love a sale.
Hello.
He's saying, if you are D&D prop maker, after Christmas sales are the best. Yes, they are, especially all those beautiful D&D pieces. And of course, John Westhoff is saying, hey, let's rock it.
His trademark horns. I love it.
Exactly.
Hello.
All right, the real cosplayer. Tell the people who you are and all the good stuff. Go for it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who are you
That's
talking
you.
to?
Yeah.
You.
Oh, sorry. All right. My name is Mitchell
He
Kai.
didn't speak an identity. He didn't catch on.
My name is Mitchell Kai. I am well known as the Incredible Cosplayer. I often do Spider-Man, Flash, Transformers, Hot Rod, the human form, and I am Monkey D. Luffy as One Piece. And this is my first time doing an anime character. And I thought Luffy was a fit for me because every time I go to the con, I feel super excited, energetic all the time. And if you guys follow my page, I go ballistic, energetic, and that character fits me. I love being Luffy, so yeah. And I've been cosplaying for 4 years now, and I usually make my own stuff. And for example, in this video, I made my own Spider-Man suit. So that every scratch of it, every sewing, and this is one of my favorite suits to make. Not because I made it, it's because I'm so proud of, like it's my own. Like if I was Peter Parker in my own universe, this is a suit I would wear. This is a suit I would proudly swing around with, and this is like homemade, and it was inspired by many Spider-Man media and comics. So I'm so proud of this suit. So yeah.
No, you do good work, bro. I like running into you at the conventions. I like all the stuff that you do, and I like the fact that like the rest of your buddies, you guys like really like hanging out with the kids, and the kids light up when they see you guys.
Yeah. I love that being a cosplayer. It's I think the most joy for me as a cosplayer is not just making it, but to make people happy because I in the end of the day, I just love bringing joy to many people. I don't know how to explain it. It's just that it's just I love meeting new people. I love expressing joy to a lot of kids and everyone around me. I don't know. It's so freeing. I cannot explain how much joy I get out of this. So it's just I don't know. I don't know how else to explain it. I just love being happy around cons. So yeah.
No, you can see it. You can see it in all the stuff that you do. You have this passion for it, and that you really do love it, especially your TikToks and videos.
Yeah. I have a lot of free time in my hands making those TikToks. Yeah. And I often work with many cosplayers, especially McHeritage. You guys have her in your show.
Yeah,
And
we've had her here before. Yeah.
yeah. And we often work together in cons. So I always come up with these wacky videos, and she goes along with it. But I think what makes our dynamic very fun is that I'm always the punchy bag. She's always the star. Think of it as Monsters Inc. Kind of thing, relationship partnership. Like I'm Mike Wazowski in that relationship. Like I'm underrated, and she's Sully. She's like the star, and I'm making her look good. I'm making her look good by beating myself up. So, but yeah.
Yeah, like I said, you can actually see how your passion, how much you love it. I've seen you run around the cons, and you don't just like showcase yourself. I've seen you showcase other cosplayers and other things at the convention itself.
Yeah, totally. I work with many cosplayers. Like I team up with the NY Fantastic Four team.
Mhm.
They're good people. I work with them, it's really cool. We walked around in New York Comic Con, and their leader Kevin asked me if I wanted to be part of the walk around in New York Comic Con, and I was like, yes, of course. Why not? I wanted to do that. I don't care how ridiculous I will look. As long as I have fun with it, you know. I put my back head over my head and just walking around with these awesome, amazing cosplayers. You know, I look up to each of these cosplayers since I started cosplaying, especially Kevin, KO Fitness. You
Yeah.
know, and he's a really cool guy. He's a really cool guy. I talked to him, and it was such a geeky moment for me because I follow him since I started cosplay, and he follows me back, and I was like, my heart was melted. So I don't know how else to explain it because I think what I love about being a cosplayer.
Hey, was that before the hat popped?
Yep. Before
Yeah, that is before the head
Ooh.
pop. I was there in my Luffy costume, and people started to record me. See, I was there in the Thanksgiving parade, and I was wearing my Luffy costume underneath with my sweater, and I was cold. But I also record myself, and people started to take pictures of me and see that. Oh wait, that's Luffy! I gotta take a picture of this, and it was fun. It was fun, and people were looking at me and the balloon at the same time. So
Yeah.
That's
I gotta admit,
adorable.
it's so cool that you were able to catch it before the hat.
Right, yeah.
Because the hat
They were taking pictures of the blue. They're like, "Hey, it's Loopy." Then once the hat came down, they went back to you. No, wait, that's Loopy.
yeah, that's exactly what happened. But after Luffy was away, I went back down, and I was cold. I was freezing. It must have been like 3 degrees, and I was wearing nothing but
I'm
nothing.
gonna say it was kind of cold that day.
Yeah, I think it was like a historical low, if I remember correctly.
It was cold. It was cold.
Bro,
But I had to
jeez.
endure it because Monkey D. Luffy endures the cold. So yeah, I'm looking
That
at
is true.
But yeah,
Yeah, he was looking at your stuff. I was went through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, because you, dude, like, you a lot of the stuff you do is just really funny and hilarious, and you know, of course, there's McCarran taking yourself again. You know, it always amazes me what you cosplayers go through and put yourselves through, and all the stuffs that you do because
No, the meat.
you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my favorite video to do. I remember doing it with my friend, and we were recreating the Spider-Man game, and I had to add like Peter Parker in this. And I think what I like about it is that I'm sort of like Peter Parker, and yeah, I try to imitate it as best as I can, but put it in my own experience being Peter Parker. So yeah.
Oh my god! If you guys get a chance, go check out his Instagram page and the TikToks because they are really funny.
Yo, your Spider-Man costume was great, man. Big eyes, man.
Yeah,
I knew Tony was gonna like it. Yeah.
That's what I like. So good job.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I knew Tony was gonna be like, "Hey,
Yeah, big eyes."
he has big eyes."
When I heard Spider-Man costume, I was like, "Oh no, I'm gonna have to act nice." But no, I can be honest. Big eyes.
Well, I'm glad I can make a good impression. So
yeah.
Yeah, Tony's a big eye spider fan.
Yeah.
All right, Momo, it is your turn. Go ahead and tell the people who you are and all the good stuff. I will show some stuff to them.
Oh no. I'm Momo. That's my pet name. So I go by Like a Lousy Cat, and I have an Instagram. If Ralph wants to pull it up, that'll be great.
It's coming.
So I'm
There
in
it is.
indies.
The computer's a little slow.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I've had technical difficulties all day today. It's so frustrating.
Oh, not the only
Technology doesn't
one.
like me, so I'm surprised I'm a digital artist. I'd rather stay traditional. So this is actually an image from one of my webtoons that I'm making currently. It's still in the process. I'm working on a couple episodes that I can't showcase yet because it's just regular webtoons. Like I'm not in originals. I'm just kind of making it for me. And it's a story about like a very like psycho type of romance between two of my characters. It's based off of the I don't know how to say it. Like I kind of base it off of a quote of the sun and the moon, and the quote is basically like the sun dies every night in order for the moon to breathe, and
Right.
in order for it to rise. And
Mhm.
then so it's kind of about how a girl goes through a lot of relationships, and like this one partner that she has, it kind of helps her rise in a way. Like she overcomes this relationship and then she becomes like a new person. So basically that's what it's about. But
Nice.
it's about like their relationship is also very manipulating. So it kind of goes through like the twists and turns between like a very toxic relationship and then it becomes very loving sometimes. So it's like an up and down roller coaster ride. So I'm hoping it will do its best on webtoons. But it will be my first webtoons that I actually ever made. So yeah.
That sounds a great concept. I
Thank
cannot
you.
wait. I cannot wait to
Yeah.
until
I
you
also
publish it, and I want to read it.
I
So
feel
Thank
like
you.
webtoons is definitely here for like toxic relationships because like
Yeah.
romance does really well on there in general, and like the more toxic it is, the better.
Yeah, so I started doing comics like in my second year of SVA. So I went to SVA for about 3 years. I transferred in, and I started working like in comics because I started off as an animator, and then like they said, oh well, we didn't have space, so I was like, great.
Nice.
So I went into comics. Yeah, it's a really hard major to get into, so I kind of dipped into comics since it was the closest thing, and I actually really enjoyed it. So I became more of a comic creator now. And I did more of like a little bit of sci-fi stuff and a little bit of like fantasy. So I was into that realm, and like I dipped into romance because of Lore Olympus on Webtoons. So that kind of sparked the inspiration. Um, yeah, so I just kind of do like character design. I do a lot of like smaller animations. I don't have them up on my Instagram, mostly because I have to keep up with the animating content, and I just wanted to keep it solely comics. So yeah, if
A
you
lot of
want to
work.
follow, yeah, if you want to follow, that'd be great. But my webtoons is called "I'm Yours and You're Mine," so if you want to read along, that would be the title.
Yeah,
And it's all linked on like.
you have a really good
Sorry?
use of color. The colors are very warm.
Oh
I
yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I have a question for you. Like
Yeah.
your story, is it like those the story you were talking about previously? Like was it based on your personal life? Because I'm a filmmaker, and I tend to use some of my personal life into my story.
Mhm.
Was that incorporated into your story when you were drawing it, or was it something you came up with? Or
Yeah, so I totally get that question. I get that a lot actually, whenever I give like a pitch about it.
Yeah.
So, my character isn't about me. I can relate to a lot of things that like you go through in a relationship, like a breakup or something simple like that. Not simple, but you know what I mean, like something small. But when
Mm.
it comes to more of like the toxic parts, there are things that I had actually asked other women or other men that they've been through. And then I would grab little stories and kind of not exactly put the entire story into the webtoons. So I would try to keep it a little further away from like a personal story that someone's told me and kind of keep it very vague as well. Because I don't want to offend anyone, or I don't want to bring up any traumas or anything like that
Yeah.
with,
I
with
think yeah.
viewers. And yeah.
I think that's the hard part of being creator. You want to put your story out there, but you also
Yeah.
have to make sure your audience, gets the message, or either like doesn't hate your story because you don't want to offend anyone. Like I talked to many filmmakers, and
Yeah.
like they have their own story. They use their personal experience making their story, but also they
Mhm.
want to make sure that their message is clear, but also doesn't want to defend anyone, but they want to put their
Yeah.
story out there. So, and I commended, and I would say I commended you to put your work out there.
Thank
That's
you.
really
Yeah, I definitely will. I definitely want to. It's a story that has been really close to my heart for about like 2-3 years now. So I've been working on it very slow, but hoping for maybe January or February.
I can't wait to read it. I will the first thing I will do after this podcast, I will follow you and message you when this is ready, because I'm
Yeah, definitely.
really excited to read it. And if you go into other cons, like I am thinking about going to Big Apple Con, still debating on that. But
Okay.
if you go into other cons, I would like to talk to you in person. You
Yeah, definitely. We'll keep in touch. Like, yeah, you can definitely message me on my art
yes, I
like
would love
Instagram.
that. I would love
It's really open for that. Yeah, so this is actually like a character I did for a comic I'm working on with my mother actually.
Oh wow.
She's the writer of it. Yeah.
Oh,
And
wow.
it's about the story of Diwali. So this is Sita, and her partner is Rama, and so Sita is like the goddess of light, and this story is a little more into the future because in Hinduism you have kind of like the gods, or the oh my god, I'm like drawing a blank for the word right now,
Incarnation?
but you have more of the incarnations,
Mhm.
Also
like the
grew up
divine
Hindu,
the
so
divine yeah. Yeah, so it's basically like a very futuristic type of like lore that I'm working on. It was a project that I was working for a company, but I decided to kind of pull back because of the situation with my mom. So they understood, but I'm gonna work on it like for my own purposes, my own stories.
So what we do, we work on it for ourselves. It's funny that you guys were saying about the, not offending anybody. That's probably why I'm not published, is because I don't care.
A lot of times when when you're drawing somebody negatively, or you're writing about them, they won't know that it's them. They'll be
That's all right.
oblivious.
I can agree.
Yeah, as long as
I had an ex read one of my stories, and she was like, "Wow, man, this girl's terrible." I was like, "Yeah."
no self-awareness there, huh?
yeah, as long as you're not creating your characters like very similar to that person or giving a name out, like I think everybody would be, like, oh, who's this jerk of a character? And it could be them too. So yeah, that webtoons is the I'm Yours, You're Mine. It's based off of stories that I've taken from different friends, people that I used to know, things like that. Come and goers in my life. So it's also 18 plus, so it cannot anyone that's under 18 cannot follow this webtoons. On webtoons it's safe, on Patreon it is not.
Excellent.
So I have to warn everybody
And
that
this is,
I'm at
of
a
course, where we
convention
met
for.
Momo at
Yes.
Bronx Anime.
Yes. And I told you the same thing. I was like, are you 18 and older? And then you're like, definitely.
Definitely. I've been there
Yeah,
for
I
a
have
while.
to be careful at cons. Yeah. Yeah. Cons are very hard, but especially when people go to scan the webtoons, and I have to make sure I either check an ID or I make sure that the parent is okay with
With the content, yeah.
following the webtoons.
It is
Yeah.
surprising how many parents don't actually care. It's like, oh, this and this and this is in there, and they're like, yeah, that's fine. He's 15. He can read it. Like,
It's just
are
a
you
comic book.
Oh yeah, no. I actually plan for it to be a little worse than Lore Olympus. So there's a lot. Again, it's like a psycho romance. So there's a lot going on.
And that's how Elbow.
Sailor Moon.
Elbow.
Oh, so these are all like keychains that I've done.
Anya.
Yeah, I love Anya. Anya's my favorite. She came out really well, actually. Yeah, so I do like keychains, working on enamel pins, hopefully stickers and things like that. This is more of like my comic style. This is the start of it.
I love
this is like-
I love this drawing, the way it feels
Thank
like
you.
a comic, but animated style of
Yeah.
it. I really like
Yeah.
it. it feels
Yeah,
like I'm watching an actual anime when
The
I'm
colors also just go together very well.
Oh,
Thank
definitely. She
you.
picks her
Very-
colors.
Yeah, that character, the one before Ralph, was actually my first go at Celine, which is my main character for I'm Yours, You're Mine. And she's kind of working through the process. Like she's changing every now and then. She's developing a little bit more as my style starts to change throughout the year. So
Yeah, you can see the improvements as you go through the art. Yeah.
yeah, I hate it, but I love it.
See, but that's what you want. You want us to be able to see your improvements because I know some artists can't even
Yeah.
see it at all.
Demon Slayer.
Yeah. Yes, I'm a Nesco fan. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I do a lot of like these are all keychains, by the way, or stickers. They're all like produced for cons. So if you guys are interested, let me know. You can always DM me or you can
Oh,
follow.
beautiful.
Do prints as well. I'm a big Ghibli fan, so there's that.
Yeah, you have a unique style,
Thank you.
which is a good thing.
I hope
Look
so.
at that keychain, man. Woo.
Yeah, I make keychains as well. You've seen them.
Yeah, I know.
They never cease to amaze, though.
Yeah, exactly. That's a beautiful piece right there.
Thank you. And my cat.
Aw.
I have 2 cats actually. They're up to no good right now in another room. So
Sounds
I
like
feel you
cats.
on that.
Definitely sounds like cats.
Yep.
yeah, they're doing something. You close your eyes for 2 seconds and they're on top of the countertops.
Oh,
Yeah,
mine
so
loves
Annie
water,
is actually
so-
my mom.
Oh,
And she knits scarves, so I kind of collaborate with her sometimes. I'll either sell her scarves at a con when it starts to get colder, or I will just sell them on Etsy.
cool.
Yeah, trying to get her to put her work out there.
I like the partnership.
Yeah, I'm very close with my mom. She's like my best friend, so
Oh,
we work on a lot of stuff together artistically and just kind of chat and banter and whatever we could do.
I love this right here. I know this feeling.
There's cursing in it, Ralph. There's cursing in it.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Like we don't know what letter that asterisk is.
Exactly.
We don't know what that is.
No, not at all.
Oh man, you really like I said when I saw you at the convention, your style just caught my eye, and I was like, okay, I got to talk to this girl.
Yeah. So hopefully I'll see you around other conventions too. But yeah.
Speaking of that, what's the next conventions for you? Because I know you guys are. Well, we plan our stuff way ahead as well. So I know you're probably planning for the next year or planning for what's coming up.
Yeah, I'm doing one in PA. I'm doing Happy Valley.
Oh, and we know Happy Valley.
Yeah. I'm doing Happy Valley. I just found it like on the internet, but I'm gonna do the Bronx and WinterCon again. Planning for like other cons, like I think it's called Toricon, so I think that's like in Rhode Island.
You know Toricon, yeah.
Yeah, Toricon, things like that. So I've got like a list, but they're all on my phone somewhere. The depths of my notepads.
Well, folks, you know how we are. So if you know how we are, you'll know that we'll be posting up where Momo is, so you can go find her yourself. Or if we're going to be at a convention with her, we will bring her to you.
Yes.
I
Stop
see.
by and say hi.
It came from the radio. Hey Momo, your photo from the WinterCon will be posted sometime this week. Promise. That's right. It came from the radio. Took a couple pictures of you.
Wait, the balloons.
Oh, that was cool.
I didn't know this does balloons.
You're on your iPad, right?
No, I'm on my computer.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't know this does
That's what I'm
balloons.
saying. There you go.
Oh,
That
That's
makes me so
amazing.
happy.
That is amazing.
That's
Because I know
cool.
the iPhone has a
think if
feature
I-
like that.
Yeah, I think if I like thumbs down, it does like a boo. Something like that. I don't know. That's pretty cool.
Gunny,
Oh,
same
yeah.
question for you. I know you're hitting the conventions as well. What's your next couple of conventions?
Who are you talking?
Gunny,
Gunny.
Gunny Claus.
Oh, Gunny. Sorry, I couldn't hear you there.
Don't worry about it. I'm probably going in and out.
He's probably
Yeah.
thinking about running up those 42 flights again.
Yes.
Did
That's
I
exactly
hear
what
running
he
up a
does.
flight of stairs? Let's
42 flights of
go.
stairs.
Let's go. You're getting me hyped.
Ah,
So, my goal right now isn't really long term. It's to make it through Christmas.
I wonder why.
Yeah. And then, I've got to go to Texas in January so I can plan my Irreverent Warrior Silky hike. And from there I'll start planning my year a little bit more. I'll have to go through my old calendar. I wrote down all my events that I've done in the past couple of years so I can plan out, the next year. I try to do, add something, at least one thing each year that I can go to. I did it's called the Celtic Classic in Pennsylvania 2 years now. And that was really fun. The midshipmen from Annapolis go down, their drum and pipe, and they play. And so I like seeing them.
Cool.
Last year, I went down to West Point because it's nearby for their tattoo. Not the skin ink tattoo, but the tattoo of bagpipes. And met the cadets down there, had a really great time. And it happened to be the same time that a lot of the graduating class were taking their graduation pictures. And so I was walking around with my scarlet blouse and my Marine tartan on, and they were taking the time out of their pictures to take pictures with me.
Amazing.
That's pretty cool.
Are you really sure you want to spend the money on this?
That is pretty cool.
Also, you cannot say a tattoo of bagpipes and not explain what that is. Is
Exactly.
that just the word for a grouping of bagpipes, or like?
So a tattoo is a bagpipe convention where they compete against each other's, and so the West Point puts it on because they have a drum and pipe, and other groups come there: New York Troopers, NYPD, fire departments, and you also have the drum major. He's the one who marches the bagpipes around, and they'll have a separate competition because they have the big mace that they spin around, and it tells them where to march and how to march and when to stop and where to turn and
Wow.
the beat of the music and when to step. Someday, hopefully, I'll be able to graduate to drum major and be able to compete in that competition. But as it stands right now, I just go and listen.
It sounds intense and amazing.
Exactly.
I feel like I need to see that at least once in my life now.
Exactly. I was thinking the same thing.
If you want to see one, Scotland, Edinburgh is the world-class event.
Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah. And someday I'm going to make it there, and I'm going to be able to watch it there. The Silky hike, we have a Silky's hike in New York City. It was in August, and the two gentlemen who organized it had been doing it for the last 5 years, and for the last 5 years they could not get a piper to play at Ground Zero.
Wow.
And I was part of the committee this year, and they're saying that they were sad that they were going to finish their time as the coordinators and not have the bagpipes there. And I was like, "What? You need a bagpipes? I'll get you bagpipes." And so, the gentleman who runs the Tartan Day Parade in New York City is a friend of mine, and so I gave him a call and I said, "I need a bagpiper on this day at this time." And he came through, and I had a Navy veteran down there playing bagpipes
Nice.
at Ground Zero for everybody.
That's the way to do it. Gunny gets it done.
Yeah. Seriously.
That's why you have a gunny. That's what we
Exactly. And that's why you have a gunny claws, man. I know these next couple of weeks are busy as heck for you. Like you were saying, getting through Christmas.
do. Oh, there's one of the cats.
Oh, yeah.
It's
That's one of the cats.
destructive.
It is a beautiful.
I just
voice.
saw this tail pop up, and I'm like, oh,
There you go.
Cats,
He's so destructive.
cats are terrible podcast. That's why, like every TV show, you never see them with a pet cat. You can't control
Exactly.
them.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's like COVID didn't stop. It's like when everybody had Zoom calls and like they just pop in. I'm
Oh
so
my God,
sorry,
yeah.
guys.
oh no, it's fine.
It is great anytime I get to see someone's pets on screen.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, he's here. He's
The
gonna
cat,
be
his favorite, But Kay used to have her favorite thing was just crawl on top of my keyboard and sit on it.
Oh, definitely.
Whenever
They're
I
doing
pack
something.
orders,
You
he has
think
to
you're
be
doing
there.
something. So, Gunny, as I was saying, you're trying to get out of this time of year, because it's busy as heck for you. What are you doing for the next 2 weeks then?
I have my schedule set to Sunday.
Woo!
And so on Sunday, when I get done, I'll have Monday off to do my dry cleaning, do my laundry, do my grocery shopping, all the things that I need to do for myself.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then I look at the next week's schedule, see what events are going on, where they need me. Being retired, I'll usually get a call. Somebody wasn't able to make an event or something. They got a new event that just popped up. And I'll usually be able to get to those events where, unfortunately, somebody else wouldn't be. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Last night I got called to an event, but the weather up here was bad. It was just below, just above freezing. So the weather forecast was it could be sleet, could be rain, could be snow. And so I spent 3 hours at an event, and I changed my goals at events. The first event I did, I was very upset that I didn't get a lot of donations. And then, I had to rethink that and go, okay, I'm not in the Marine Corps. I'm not trying to make a mission. This is a charity. I'm trying to do good for Toys for Tots and everything. And so now if I go to an event and I get one toy or one penny, it's a success. Wow. Hard to say that one. Successful. And so, last night, hardly anybody came in, but one couple came in. They made their donation, and it made my night.
Yes, you're a gunny for hire.
How hard is it, or how hard was it to get out of that Marine sort of mindset? Like, this is my mission, I need to do this, or I failed.
Good question.
That doesn't go away. You just
okay. You just got to tell it to shut up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the expression is once a Marine, always a Marine.
Yeah.
And so, going to an event, I always have high expectations, but then, I sit there and say, before I walk in, I go, okay, calm down, smile, have a good time.
Mm-hmm. That's what you got to be.
Yep.
Especially with what you're doing.
Yep.
I feel like that's good life advice in general.
It is.
Yeah.
We're so busy trying to control everything when a lot of things are out of our control.
I hate it. I'm such a control freak.
True. I get mad sometimes when I can't control things, but the only thing you can control is how you react to it. Like how you the only person you can control is yourself.
Yeah. Oh no, I can't control me for nothing.
I mean, it's a process. It's truly a process of learning how you can't always get what you want, but you gotta learn to be patient in yourself. That's part of life.
Yeah, yep. And another thing incredible is we're always harder on ourselves than anybody else.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
10,000%.
We are our own enemy sometimes, and sometimes we gotta learn that we're human, we're flawed, and we gotta give ourselves a break. I'm always hard on myself every single time whenever I done cosplay or anything in life, and I gotta learn to slow down. So yeah.
Yeah, gotta go with the flow, and a lot of times the universe will tell you things. You gotta learn when to listen.
True.
We're so busy doing our thing that we ask for signs and then we don't pay attention to the signs.
Yeah, I know.
Even when it's right in front of us, even when the answer is right in front of us, we are so distracted. It's right in front of us.
And then months later, you're like, oh man, you know what? I should have done the thing, or I should have done the thing.
Yeah.
Hindsight is always 20/20.
It's like when you're praying, like, give me a sign. Like, whoa, shoot me off. You're like, any moment now, give me a sign. I'm waiting.
Not that sign. Give me a different one.
Don't call them back here. They will come. They will come here. He always tries to help. So that's his thing. Like if I pack orders or crinkle anything, he'll just come and try to help. So don't summon the cat.
Mine like jumps up on my drawing table when I have like a wet watercolor palette, and then he'll
Oh.
just like put his paws in it and then just walk
Yeah.
over what I was painting, and it's just like I should just charge $1 million for it and be like, cat artists, like look at my cat paint.
If they sign it with the paw print,
Yeah,
that's
right.
like $1 million. Hands down. You never get another paw print like that again.
Damn right.
They're always going to be different.
Yep.
Collector's item.
One of a kind
Exactly.
paw prints.
Oh man, dude. I feel like we've gotten here into a nice philosophical place where we're talking about how life is, and we can't control everything. And I feel cats are the messengers of that. You can't control everything.
It's their
There's
world.
no
We
such
live in
thing.
it.
There's no such thing as we can control everything. There's no such way. No
No.
such thing as a perfect world. The only thing we can control is ourselves. So,
Cat controls you.
yeah.
It's their world, and we live in it. Yeah.
That's why I take the classic Phineas and Ferb. There's a platypus controlling me.
Yes. I have two. I'm surprised they're not tag teaming right now. So like I'm kind of thankful for that. The other one's somewhere else. She's kind of doing her own thing. I'm happy. But the boy is being destructive.
Yeah.
So I feel
Sorry,
like life
they
in
won't.
general is what of course, as a writer, it's the same, in what you were talking about, Momo. As a writer, it's what I use, and the same thing Tony was talking about is that you use your surroundings. I always tell people, if you want to see what a writer is doing, read through it and look at it through the eyes of the person's life, because they're using a lot of information that you don't think they're using. They've just changed it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
that whole
Yeah,
like, write
yeah,
what you
yeah.
know.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Because I made a short film about my personal experience. It's on my website, and it's also on YouTube. I made a short film based on my personal experience and my love of comic books of Spider-Man, and it's called The Incredible Spider-Man. It's a fan fiction, and it's based on my experience. Like you guys don't notice, but I was born autistic. I was born being autistic, and when I was graduating from high school, I was in the special ed education my entire life, and the high school, the system gave me a choice whether I should go back to vocational school to get one of those cash register jobs, or go back to high school to get an actual diploma, and I chose that. And they didn't believe I can do it because of my disability. So yeah, I showed them, and I graduated with my own degree. Still struggling to find a job for myself, but still. But anyway, so I draw on that inspiration from going back to high school, and like I imagine when I was writing this, like imagine I was returning to high school, mad as hell. Sorry, I curse. So
I think hell is fine.
Yeah.
It's in some of our names.
I was mad beyond, because I was left behind. People think I was dumb, not capable of doing something on my own. And imagine I have that spire powers. If I know myself better than anyone else, I will be egotistic, very mad. I would say the world owes me for the bad stuff that is done to me. So if you guys are interested, just watch my short film. It's called The Incredible Spider-Man. That's how I got the name The Incredible Cosplayer for. I'll send a link if you guys are interested.
I'm interested. I'm down.
Hey, Incredible.
Yeah.
Your high school diploma, you have more than I do. I never graduated high school.
They didn't think I was capable of going to a college, and I graduated on a college too. So
Right. So that's because you wanted to do it. It's something. It's
Exactly.
your goal. You don't let people tell you what you can't do.
Yeah.
Sometimes spite is the greatest motivator. Like,
Oh,
I'm gonna
definitely.
show you guys. I'm gonna
Yeah.
graduate so hard. Just you wait.
I mean,
And-
I think what I learned from that experience is that everyone will always look down on you, but the only person you believe is in yourself.
Mhm.
I constantly had to believe in myself every single day of my life. It's not easy, but I always put down on myself because of my past experience. But I always push myself.
Yeah.
It's
You
great.
gotta be your biggest hype man.
Exactly.
We're all creative here. I'm sure the biggest motivator is you can't do that. I said, oh
Exactly.
yeah.
Yep, that is
I
definitely
hear
my
that enough
motivator.
sometimes, and that always makes me want to do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
And picking Spidey as a it's interesting because Spidey, when he first gets his powers, he doesn't do the right thing automatically.
Yeah.
He's angry, he's upset, he's using it for himself, and the only reason that he turns into what he turns into is because he is responsible in a way for what happened to his uncle.
Yeah.
Then he figures out that he needs to do something and help the world.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do in my story, is that I wanted to make sure he's so different from Peter Parker, but also selfish in his own way. Like,
Mhm.
my character grew up with loving comic books, loving Spider-Man, and he has this mindset of like, if I have these powers, people will like me and respect me
Yeah.
forget about my disability.
Mhm.
That's what his mindset was. That's what my mindset was when I was returning to high school.
Right.
I want to show people that I'm independent. And I don't want people to show I was weak or
Mhm.
helpless. So that was my mindset back then. But I learned through my journey is that no one is no island, and you have to have people who will help you grow. That's how I think that's what I got me through being a cosplayer. That's how I grew my skills as a cosplayer. Because I had to learn to talk to people more, communication skills more, and like socialize. And I still have trouble. I still have a hard time socializing with people, but still, I try my best. So
That's all we can do.
yeah,
I have
Also,
my
there's
own social anxieties, and we still do this show.
yeah.
exactly.
There's also such
And
like
cos-
a good camaraderie amongst like the cosplay
Yeah.
community. Like they're so accepting, they're so loving. Like I mean, there's the few outliers who are like jerks or whatever, but like for the most part, like they're so chill, always willing to help, and it's like it helps to socialize in a situation where you have a common interest.
Yeah. And I made friends outside of cosplay too. Like I made friends inside the cosplay community, and I grew these good friendships outside of cosplay too. I hang out with these people inside and outside of cosplay, and they become the closest thing I have to being my like it's a great bonding between you have a common interest in interest in a hobby, but also have you grow from it. You like you tend to learn another person's like you guys like more than just cosplay. You have something common with each other. And I
Yeah,
think
it's not like your entire personality, basically. Like it's not all about the cosplay 24.
yeah, it's something more closer. Like you've grown close great friendship. Like I have friends that grew outside of cosplaying, and it's a great experience. It's a wonderful thing, and I hope I keep up growing that relationship with a lot of cosplayers that I meet. I invited some of the cosplay friends that I grew close with at a Friendsgiving thing I often have in my house every year. And it's always fun. It's always fun. I hope I continue that tradition and bring in more cosplayers than that I've grown close to. So yeah.
Aw.
I'm also a Spider-Man fan, and I've heard this. People say that if you want your kids to turn out okay, introduce them to Spider-Man. You learn so many lessons.
Yeah.
At the heart of it, this is a guy that well, at certain points. Well, anyway, he makes his living taking pictures of himself, gives it to a newspaper, and then gives it to this guy who hates Spider-Man and just says Spider-Man is a menace. Tells everyone Spider-Man's a bad guy. Everybody thinks he's a bad guy. But at the end of the day, man, it's that responsibility. Everybody.
Yeah. And I think that's what I love about it.
Still does the right thing, and I think
I think that's why everyone loves that character. Yeah, I think.
You want yeah, if you want, he's a good hero I mean, he's popular enough as it is, but he's a good hero just to introduce the kids.
I think
kids come out good. Yeah, a lot of lessons there, man. A lot of lessons.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty about Spider-Man is that the reason why I cosplay Spider-Man is that he is he's flawed and you can relate to him, and I feel like I can relate to him in many levels. So yeah, and he doesn't need praise. He doesn't need recognition from people. So
well, the pain he door actually is
yeah, but yeah. And I feel like that's why I love this character is that it's hard to be selfless. Like it's truly hard to be selfless. And Peter Parker, he's a selfless guy, and he has to grow from it. And and I feel like being a cosplaying as Spider-Man, I had to learn to be selfless too. But that in general, I can be selfish.
Yeah,
but
he's not perfect. Like in those early issues, especially, there's that one scene where he needs money and he goes to the jewelry store.
Yeah,
he breaks the window and he's about to take a pearl necklace, and he goes, "You know what? I can't do this." But he just puts the pearl necklace back to him.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
So the next guy just came around and said, "Oh, look, jewelry is red." But I mean, not perfect.
Yeah.
But that's what makes you love the character, like
Yeah, totally.
All right. Whew, my computer had an issue there.
I saw the mic going on and off.
Oh, come on. Don't do that now. We're near the end. Come on.
I thought it was like Pulp Fiction. We were having a comfortable pause.
We're all reflecting on the goodness that is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
All right. So Gunny, you started off. Tell the people where they can find you so they can help you out in all the things you're doing, and go for it.
Me?
Yeah, Gunny.
Okay. If you guys want to find me, I am located in Instagram. I call myself the Incredible Cosplayer. You just look for me. Yeah. And I'm also located in TikTok. So I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. If you guys ever need like cosplay advice or just talk in general, I'm your guy. I'm very well known as the friendly neighborhood cosplayer. If you guys see me in general in cons, I try to live up that name, being your friendly neighborhood cosplayer. So if you guys want to give me a hug, all you have to do is ask. If you want to say hello to me, all you guys have to do is ask. I will give you my biggest hug ever, and I will give you the best hello I could give you. So thank you.
Aw.
And I hope I see you guys in future cons. So yeah.
All right, Momo, your turn.
Oh, we can let Gunny go.
Momo, go ahead.
Gunny.
Gunny wants to go. No, Gunny,
I started it. Go ahead.
Go in the order. All right, so I'm Momo. You can find me at Luck of Lousy Cat or Luck of Lousy Cat on Instagram because I changed my name. I dropped the because this ain't SpongeBob, so the big the, we don't need that. So you can find me there on Instagram. You can chat with me, DM me. I do commissions and things like that. So or just say hello, and look out for the webtoons because it's coming in hot, spicy. So
The way it should be.
and exactly the way it should be. So you can find me there. I'll be at conventions, smaller ones for now. But my goal is Comic-Con eventually. So yeah. And if you see me, stop by, say hello, give a hug.
Exactly.
I'm cool with that too. All the good stuff.
All right, Gunny, now it's your turn.
All right. So, first off, since we've been sitting here talking and I've been having a great time, I can't thank you all enough for having me on here and getting to meet the two of you. And I've already followed both of you.
Same here. I just follow both of you guys.
Yep. And so, other than Instagram, I've got Facebook, I've got YouTube, I've got TikTok.
There goes Gunny.
Yeah, that was from the Comic-Con. That was my Tartan Day flag.
I knew I had a video somewhere.
Yeah, I had to add the USMC at the bottom because unfortunately not everybody knows what leatherneck means.
That's true.
So if you look at the collar, the dress blues, the scarlet blouse that I have, the high collar is called the leatherneck because it was designed to prevent our heads from being cut off by the Barbary pirates.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
And so I'm coming down to New York City this Sunday. We're going to be at the Lincoln Square fountain.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're going to be down there collecting for Toys for Tots. Team Red, White, and Blue is also going to be there. We're going to do that short hike where we'll collect all the toys at the end that everybody has. There I am in my combat outfit.
That's so cool.
Love it.
Yep.
I think I saw. Oh, here we go. Boom. There we go.
Yeah. And no sound, but I've changed a few things being a Marine. All Marines say Semper Fidelis or Semper Fi. Seeing that I do a lot of Christmas events, I've changed it to Semper Festivus. Festivus for the rest of us.
Love it.
Nice.
I love the gung ho ho ho.
Yeah. Gung ho is Chinese for work together. Santa Claus, of course, is ho ho ho. Combine the two, you get gung ho ho. And so those are my two big catchphrases that I can say. The other ones that I use are more in writing because you say the word, and I'll use this one for example, mistletoe. It sounds like a Christmas greeting, but the thing is, I'm spelling it as a missile, as you shoot a rocket or a missile, and then TOW, which is a type of missile that the Marine Corps uses. So it doesn't translate as well when I say it as when I write it.
That's clever, though.
Yeah,
That's very clever.
Yep. And so, like everybody else, you see me out somewhere, go ahead and say hi. I was doing the SantaCon Saturday. I was in a bar, and amazingly enough, and behind me was three girls, and I heard them saying something, and I looked over and I go, "Can I help you?" And one of the girls goes, "Are you Gunny Claus?" And I'm like, "Yep." And they're like, "Oh my God, I follow you on Instagram." I'm like, "Oh, great."
Celebrity status achieved.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
oh my God. Folks, follow Gunny. He does a lot of great stuff. If you are in the city, go help him out. Go drop off some toys. You heard exactly where he's going to be, so you got no excuses there.
Yeah.
And of course, folks, like I was saying before, on the 20th, we will be doing that thing where we're showcasing all the spooky Christmas stuff. So if you want to do your own spooky story, you want to do your own spooky art, well, then you are more than welcome to. And on December 20th, we will be showing all that stuff off. I'm already writing a story to showcase the spookiness of Christmas or the supernatural of it. Because, there's a lot of stuff people that forget, that you have all these beautiful ghost stories and these supernatural type characters that hang out during Christmas.
Yeah, A Christmas Carol was literally a ghost story. People forget that.
Exactly.
Yeah. I remember watching the Disney version of it. So that was my introduction to the Christmas carols. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, Pete as like the death was pretty scary.
I gotta admit, yeah, Pete, yeah, he really does come out pretty scary.
He was like, he's pretty scary.
Yeah. It's still my favorite Christmas story I ever watched when I was a kid. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I love that. Like every time they gave it, like before they started a story, they would give some old Disney shorts, and then they would go into the movie.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you all for being here. You guys are more than welcome to show up anytime you want. Just let me know. Whether you guys are showing something off, you just want to be guest hosts, hit me up. We'll talk.
Yeah.
You guys are all wonderful, and it was a great conversation. It went all over the place, which is what we love here.
I actually didn't realize we spent over an hour talking because like everything was just so interesting.
Yeah.
The only reason I know is because I have to keep track of the time.
Oh no.
It's been an hour and 10 minutes.
Exactly.
You got 5 minutes left, right?
Well, for the usual craziness of this show, yeah, we got 5 minutes. We usually hit to the 15 mark.
So we have 5 minutes. I'll say what my favorite Christmas movie is.
Ooh, go for it.
Legion.
Yeah?
Yeah, you know it. It's a recent one. It came out.
I gotta look that up. Yeah.
It's one of those ones where people sit there and say Rambo's a Christmas movie, or
or Die Hard.
Yeah.
Or Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
So I did see it. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay.
So
like Gremlins is a Christmas movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Gremlins. Yeah.
That's a good choice. Yeah, I can see it. Okay.
It's funny.
I gotta say, like, one of my favorite Christmas songs isn't really a Christmas song. It's the song "December to Remember" from Anastasia, and it's not considered a Christmas song. But it feels so much like a Christmas song because it's talking about remembering past Decembers and how we fantasize and romanticize them.
Interesting.
Exactly.
Now we're getting really philosophical.
Exactly. This show goes in that direction sometimes. And we get tongue-tied.
We're gonna go through a bunch of crises.
Words are hard, all right?
We're gonna put a bunch of writers in a room and we're gonna hit all the crisis.
It's a creative process. It's what we do.
Can't.
We get creative, and we went through all this trauma, and that's how we got creative.
That's what makes you an artist. It really does. Is your trauma. I feel like it humbles you.
It does.
Yeah, it humbles you, and then it makes you create crazy things
to escape the horrible memories.
Yeah. You create nice things.
True.
It either makes you the hero that you are or the villain you became.
Villain, always choose villain.
I choose to be a menace every day.
Excellent. I love that energy. Go into 2024 with
Violence
that.
every morning.
I've been cosplaying for 4 years, but I've never done a villain before. I always want to do a villain, so I have a list.
Gotta try it.
Yeah, you gotta try it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta
Interesting
go for
to
it.
see you do a villain.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing either Deadshot from DC Suicide Squad.
That'd be a good one.
Ooh, I'm thinking about making it myself too. So I've been making my own stuff. So this is the Flash mask I recently made, and these are 3D printed wings. So
That's a good quality mask. Like it actually has structure on it.
yeah.
That's so
And I learned this from McHeritage. She made someone a Flash mask, and I learned her technique through asking her and how she does it. And she helps me out, and Abigail's the best. So I always ask her some advice with cosplay stuff, and yeah, really, she's the best. She's the best cosplayer I ever worked with. So yeah.
Abigail does great stuff. She's great with the kids. You guys should go check out McHeritage. She is amazing, especially her Alita one.
Yeah. Truly. I've seen it in person, and I often work with her with her Fantastic Four team, her Transformers team, and and any other con whatever I have a chance with. We always make some TikTok videos together, and she's the best. She's the most unique cosplayer I ever worked with. So yeah. So what villains I wanted to do? Definitely Deadshot. I definitely wanted to do Starscream from Transformers.
Yes.
Oh, that'd be a good one. Yeah.
I love Starscream.
Who doesn't love
such a little
Starscream?
punk.
Yes. I do have I do have the dramatics for it. Like Starscream is very known as a schemer and a drama queen.
Mhm.
You know, he's very dramatic. So I feel like when I'm doing these TikTok videos, I tend to be very dramatic. So Starscream would be perfect for me.
That would be hilarious to
Yeah,
watch.
exactly. Would love to watch Starscream. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we are at the 15 mark. I see Tony has gone killer, so it's time for us to go.
Yeah, I think it's about time.
Thank you for having me. This
Thank
is
you
my
for
first
having us.
time being a guest. Well, I've done interviews before, but never like this. So in a chat room. So this is my first time. Thank you for inviting me. I can't wait. I can't wait I can't wait to do more or something like that. If you guys
Oh,
want
yeah.
me,
Dude, come back. You
Like
got
I
something
said,
to
you guys
show.
are
Come
all
back.
welcome. Yeah.
all
You can
right,
always come back.
all
Just like
right,
Matt is saying, you can always come back.
totally.
Gunny, you're welcome. Incredible Cosplayer, you're welcome. Momo, always welcome. And you got
Thank
your
you.
you got your thing on WhatsApp coming up, right?
On
Webtoon?
yeah, the no, not the webtoon. Whatnot. I'm
There you
doing
go.
like a
Whatnot.
stream
Yeah.
on that too, for Whatnot. I was like WhatsApp. I was like, oh, that sounds so familiar.
Yeah. It's Whatnot.
I was like, what's WhatsApp
Don't mind
again? Oh
me.
my god, too many apps.
Too many.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
Whatnot. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's scheduled I think for the 18th, but like if you follow me there, so I'll have everything linked on my Instagram. If you're already following me or if you're going to follow me, I'm gonna follow back as well. Yeah, it should be linked there, and then the first live show, which is terrifying, but I'm gonna try to do my best on that.
Go check her out. Go support her. Go give her the come on. You
I
can do
appreciate it. Come on, yes, I need that.
Yeah.
Constant support. But I
Momo,
appreciate
if you
guys.
want more practice, if you're not busy Wednesday, you can show up and we have you as a guest host so you can get a little more practice in.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Why
cool.
not? I'm always down for a conversation, so
There you go.
we can dip into the crises again.
Exactly.
I always
Always.
love those conversations.
All right,
We
folks.
need a crisis bingo card. That's what we need.
I think
Yes.
I'm surprised Nat hasn't created a crisis.
We're gonna start ticking them off every show.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's B12.
Yeah,
Like
you don't
it's
want,
just gonna be.
you don't want me on a crisis show.
It's okay. We're all for it. We're all for it.
No,
Every
it's
story
just-
counts.
My crises would
Oh yeah. I
yeah.
can feel
I'm
you.
sure you've been through some stuff.
and stuff.
I've had
Some stuff.
a few fun times and some good places.
That's why I much respect my friend.
Oh, I appreciate it.
All right.
Man, thank you for your service, man.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Good
Yes,
job.
It was an
yes,
honor.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, folks. Let's throw some anime back up there. Might as well end it with the anime. We started with the anime. All
All
right.
life
here we go.
begins and ends with anime.
There you go.
So, ladies and gentlemen, fanboys and girls, nerds, weebs, and otaku, welcome back and welcome home.
All right, folks. I don't know what you're still here. Joe Dub, we see you.